Hi VC, it's Martin here again, back with more of a vinyl finds and mixed bag sort of video here after my recent foray into, let's see, what have we done? We've done Melodia, Russian releases. It was linked to the article in Record Collector. That was one video that I did. And there's a couple of other ones there if you care to take a look if you've missed them or something. Anyway, I had some credit at my local record shop. So let's start there. Okay? Right. A couple of older things, or, well, not new, I mean. Well, actually, like late 80s sort of thing. Hi, John Bellamy. You'll certainly know this because we spoke about Spinal Tap. This is Bad News. Oh, sorry, that was a message on the screen I didn't want. So Bad News, for those of you that don't know, are well, they're the young ones, I think. Yeah. It was a comic strip sort of spoof, not unlike Spinal Tap. And I used to have one on video, on VHS video, and used to watch it over and over again. And much like Spinal Tap, used to quote things from it with a few mates. So, more Bad News. Castle Donington. Here's a Scorpions album I got as well. Best of Rockers and Ballads. It's got that sort of manufacturer's property not for sale thing on it. But, something new now. Okay, now that cover really grabbed me when I was looking in this record shop's new racks. Initially, it didn't quite work out. Well, obviously, it's organ pipes. Now, this is a double album by a Swedish singer called Anna von Hauswolf. It's her first or second album called Ceremony. She's just had a new album out this year, I think. There's a little bit of a write-up here saying what it sounds like, or describing it as full of melodic, fragile Gothic ballads. She plays an anodal church organ. It's on 9 of these 13 songs, so that gives you something of an idea what it's like. And I would check her out if I was you. Described also here as if you imagine Kate Bush joined Godspeed You Black Emperor. This is 2013 on City Slang. I also had the download code to this and it worked. That was what one of my other videos was about, download codes and well, when they don't work sort of thing. But that's another issue and I talk about it in this couple of videos ago. Oh dear, really needing a cup of tea this morning. Right, a couple of record fairs ago, I accidentally left this underneath a table, believe it or not. But I got it back because the seller kept hold of it for me. So, and it was only £4. You know, it's probably all the same usual best of Northern Soul stuff, but I don't have much of that sort of stuff. And I'm certainly not going to be able to find all the Northern Soul records on 7-inch and things like that. It's just not. It's not practical, really. Right, this was to my wife from my brother-in-law, and it's signed. A band called Beast in Black from Finland called Berserker. It opens like that. And his tracks. And there's a few on there that I really like, actually. one does sound very much like Europe: The Final Countdown. This is power metal, I guess you would describe it as, but very good. Some new music. Right, onto the £1 fines. Or let's start with this book. Now, this guy, I used to have some of his records. I've seen him a few times live, and he's always been excellent. I think there was a period I got rid of them, and this book I'd never seen. I'd seen it it's on eBay for quite a lot of money and things like that. It's all about stone circles and megalithic sites in Great Britain. So this is Julian Cope, who sang with Teardrop Explodes. Certainly some of his stuff, I think I just got rid of it because it didn't really go along with what I believe in or believed in. But I found this, and well, I suppose whatever you think about this sort of stuff, it's just an interesting book to have, and yeah, I guess I'll keep it. There was actually on a slightly, I'm not don't want to joke at somebody's beliefs or something, but there was one standing stone circle. If only I could find it. It amused me anyway because it was a round one in the middle of two straight up down pillars, and it looked like LOL, the texting acronym, but I can't find it at the moment. I'm not very well prepared, but anyway. Yeah. Once, a very long time ago, I insisted, I was on holiday, and it took a long way driving to find this. Was it called Drumbeg? It was a stone circle, and I was insistent on going there, and it took ages to find it. But it was worth it for what it was at the time. And yeah, you could just see the sea in the 1 or 2 miles away distance. It was very nice spot. Okay, on to the £1 fines now. Okay, here's an interesting album I found. I don't know how to pronounce that, but this is composed and produced audio visuals only heard by a small group of people that have had the opportunity to go and witness an audio visual and enjoy this music. It's something to do with Pentax Netherlands, which is is that probably the photo company, I guess. A multi-vision show called Valse de la Vie by filmer photographer Joop Piette Senior in several Dutch towns. So they released this on record. I can definitely imagine people getting samples and drum loops off this. It's sort of described as in places it's described as easy listening, but I think that's not really true. It's definitely something just very interesting to hear. Okay, I'll try that for £1. Sinatra's Swinging Session. This is that's a repress. That's a 80s repress. Now, this album I had with this cover. It's one of these albums to test out your stereo system. But I don't know where I can show this without. Let's just try it. There we go. Yeah, I can't really show the whole thing because it's semi-nude. But this is more or less the same thing. Oops. But tear there. But it's slightly different tracks. Okay, so most of it's classical. Got some classical records here actually. They were just in top nick, so I grabbed them. So we've got Delius. That's a British composer of early last century. Born of German parents. I like Delius. This piece more famously associated, I suppose, with Emerson, Lake and Palmer. So this is the original classical version of it with Stravinsky the Firebird on the other side. An older one here. These are more like represses, but this is it's like a 50s, 60s sort of thing. Look at that building there. That's in London, the Royal Festival Hall. And I'm just trying to think, is that where? Well, next June I'm going to see the Church and Psychedelic Furs. It's sold out in the first day of the tickets going on sale, but me and my mate managed to get tickets for it. So very pleased with that. Whether the Church will be touring in Britain this summer on their own, I don't know. Right, what's next? Okay, some Sibelius. Symphonies 6 and 7. Again, this is a Deutsche Grammophon accolade, so it's redone in 1980, I think, from a late 60s recording with Herbert von Karajan, and some Mozart overtures. Digitized, I suppose you would say. Right. Okay. Now, this guy's records I see knocking about sometimes, but this grabbed me because it was recorded live. Manitas de Plata. So I thought that would be worth getting some sort of, a bit more earthy live recording of his. World of Steam. That's it's an Argo. That sort of bluish label. Thought it was Decca, but Enchanting Beverly Sisters. The Bananarama of their day. I was reading this, apparently they were quite well known in America as well. There's some poetry with a very funky cover. Cadmon label has a lot of interesting stuff on it. Now, I have one album by this band that is a later mid-ish 70s album by them. That's Moody Blues. Isn't Life Strange on it. I've sort of got it because I really like that song. Now this is this album here, On the Threshold of a Dream, and I opened it up. It has the booklet in it. I don't know, is it a repress or this a stereo thing in the corner, but it had the booklet, and then it had this. Whether these are original autographs, I really don't know. They feel as if they are. And then it has 23rd of July 1980, Jenny, with love from the Moody Blues. This is an upgrade copy for me of this album, and one of the sides I just love. I can't remember which side it is. And another of his albums was there, so I thought I would try it. It's this one, with a rather pointless hole in this corner. I couldn't work out what inner bit was supposed to go on there, but anyway. Nearly done. Here's a Duran Duran album. It was in this. Well, most of these were in the same shop actually. Not familiar with this album. A nice map there on the back. I love old maps and things. Now, this guy, I'm possibly going to go and see in the summer. I'm not a huge fan of his. I don't know that I dislike him, but it's not my sort of thing. But for me, the more difficult thing is that he's playing Manchester United's Old Trafford. I'm not sure I really want to go there, but it's Billy Joel. So there was 3 albums of his for £1 each, so I thought I would try them. This is a early 70s album, 74. And then these 2 are later. That's such a lovely cover, that one. And so is this. This is an interesting cover as well. Glass houses. Here he is. Still cool then, but I can't help but think by 82, okay, it's a beard. It's a hipster beard. But that cover, I mean, what happened in the early 1980s that made everything go so... Ugh, I have no idea. So I will try those albums. Oh, sorry, and see what I think of them. Nearly done now. Just a few more to go. Just £1 fines that were in good condition. Thought I'd try them. Foreigner 4, Manchester United 0. Don't know it. Don't know much about Foreigner, to be honest. A nice copy of Albert Greatest Hits. This turns up in UK all the time. And Spandau Ballet True, which has got True and Gold on it. It's a textured cover. So that's about it from me for this morning. Yeah, I've got lots of ideas for videos, but it's actually putting them into practice that is the difficult thing, really. So maybe I'll get around to doing another one today, or maybe there'll be a gap. I don't know. I will try my best. I'm going to a big record fair in Reading on a couple of Fridays' time on the Easter weekend. So if anybody is going there, come and say hello. I'll be selling some things that I don't want anymore, or things I've just found. Come and say hello. I will probably do some more of my CDs, copy them up. So yeah, VC members can have one for free if you've seen me on here. And hope you all are doing well. Looking forward to Record Store Day next month. Nothing amazing grabbed me. A couple of things maybe. Yeah, that's about it really. Waffle, couple of minutes waffle at the end of a video, always good. I will see you all soon in your videos. Been enjoying lots of videos lately. Yeah, okay, cheerio, bye.